Good day. This is my response video for the Rock Scout met vinyl tag metal vinyl tag 2021, where he asked 20 questions. The first question is music spoiled by vocals, and that was quite easy. Megadeth, Rust in Peace. The music is very powerful. The riffs are very good. Drumming, bass playing, everything is great. But Mustaine's vocals are not good. I don't like the way he sounds or the way he sings. The next question is an album you love that lets you let down by bad production. My choice is Panopticon, The Scars of Man on the Once Nameless Wilderness Part 1. The production is not bad per se, but the mixing, the vocals are very far behind in the mix, and some of the nice guitar works are a little bit buried also. So with a better mixing and production, this would maybe be my favorite Panopticon album, but it's not at this moment. Next question is a band that suffers from a weak member, and I couldn't think about anything else than Megadeth once again, because the vocalist Dave Mustaine is by far the weakest member, and compared to the guitarist and riff maestro Mustaine, the vocalist Mustaine is the weakest member. Show an album that to you defines heavy. Gate Creeper, Sonorian Deprivation. Just listen to the track Rotting as One, and we will talk afterwards. Question number 5. Show the album recommended to you by the music community. Here we have Forteresse, Themes pour la Rébellion, Count Blagrath, which unfortunately haven't done any videos for a couple of years. Talked about this maybe back in 2016 when it was released, and I picked up the repress from 2017, and this has become one of my all-time favorite black metal releases of all time. Question number 6. Show an album that takes your musical taste in a different direction. The Cure, Disintegration. Probably my favorite non-metal album of all time. Every song is excellent. Question number 7. A gem from your collection. The Vinyl Conflict box Slayer. It's the piece I have paid the most for, but it contains 11 records from Slayer. Excellent, expensive. Question number 8. The band in your collection that form closest to where you live. There are quite a few, but I opted for Necrokraft, Servants, Black Thrash, Death mixture. Excellent live band. The vocalist is a real entertainer. Also sings in The Haunted, I think. No, not The Haunted. Witchery. Next question. A metal album you reach for melody-wise. We have Synopfer, Hic Regnant Borboni Mane. This is melodic, hyper-melodic, fast-paced black metal. Sounds a little bit like if you listen to Storm of the Light's Bane by Dissection on 45 RPM. Very, very melodic and excellent stuff. Synopfer. Question number 10. The album in your collection you would sell first. We have Death Heaven, Ordinary Corrupt Human Love. I really liked Sunbather and New Bermuda, but this record, they have a lot of non-metal stuff that's very good. It's better than the black metal influences. But the vocals, they do the harsh vocals almost all the time, which ruins the soft parts, and the fast hard parts are not that good. So this was highly disappointing, and this one I will sell. Question number 12: the band artist you would most like to see an album or reissue from in 2021. For the sake of diversity, I picked Dead Congregation. They haven't released a full length since 2014. But this EP, Somber Doom, excellent stuff. Greek death metal. I certainly hope they will release a full length or something in 2021. Check out Dead Congregation. Question 13: which 80s metal act would you love to see a comeback album from? And Violence is the answer. Since Phil Demmel left Machine Head, I had high hopes that they will reform, and now they have, and they released a cover last year of Dead Kennedy's Holiday in Cambodia, I think, but that's not really my cup of tea. So I'm really looking forward if they can put out a 2021 full length, first in 30 years. Question number 14: show an alternative variation of an album cover. And unfortunately, I have this: Dissections The Somber Lane. Maze of Torment showed the original artwork. If you want, his response with it. So if you want to see that, which is nice, very nice, one of my favorite of all time, and they for some reason they don't use that, but instead the logo, and this is very boring. Question number 15: a band that for you defines metal. Judas Priest. That's everyone knows Judas Priest, and I think their peaks are better than any heavy metal band out there. So Judas Priest is a band that for me defines metal. Question number 16: show your most metallic album cover. Violence, no, not Violence, Razor, Violent Restitution, with a chainsaw, barbed wire, and the Razor logo on a chrome metal canvas. Excellent record. Question number 17: an album you disliked at first, now highly regard. Tribulation, The Children of the Night. Tribulation's first two records was death metal. When I picked up this one, I expected death metal, but this is instead goth rock or something with harsh vocals. It's I was very disappointed at first, but I kept spinning it, and it's very catchy and very memorable, and excellent songwriting, and everything is very good on this. I like this a little bit more than their Down Below, the follow-up, and I think they have just recently released a new record, but I don't know what it's called. Question number 18: an album you liked at first but now disregard. Sepultura, Arise. I don't disregard it at all, but when I first heard it, it was my absolute favorite Sepultura record. But when I have since heard Beneath the Remains and Schizophrenia, and Arise is not at all as good as those two. So I still really like this, especially the A side. But the B side is a little lackluster, but I much more prefer Beneath the Remains and Schizophrenia. Yes. Question number 19: a metal band that deserves more recognition. Vanhelgd from Sweden. Swedish death metal, sometimes sung in Swedish. Excellent band, excellent melodies. mid-paced, slow-paced, some fast parts. I've released 5 full lengths, and all are great, but my favorite is Relics of Surfer Salvation because they have my favorite track, Dödens maskätna anlete. So check out Vanhelgd if you have not heard of them. And the last question is your number one grade going into 2021. And we have Violence Oppressing the Masses, the follow-up to Eternal Nightmare. It has never been repressed since the 90s, since 1990 when it was released, and the cheapest on Discogs goes for 275 euros, which is insane. Then hopefully we will get a new studio material from Violence and also represses of all their earlier stuff, because these deserves to, the fans deserves to be able to get a hold of these, because they, I guess they just sit in someone picked it up in the in the 90s and just hold on through it and trying to make money, and ruins the fans experience to listen to this on vinyl. So Oppressing the Masses, Violence, repress, hopefully. And that was